All right. All right.
So
Well, what's up? Who did the show prep?
I thought you were going to do it.
What? I thought Sprinkles was going to do it.
This was the first time you were supposed to do it out of any time.
What? Are you guys sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we talked about this.
Yeah.
So you're telling me we have nothing planned?
Well, I got nothing.
I don't have anything.
We're fucked.
I think that's what happens when you do a show early.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our pre-Thanksgiving show. We're a little nervous because we're recording this on Sunday because my ass will be out of town and these motherfuckers made me feel guilty.
You should be.
Yeah.
So we're doing it early.
Yeah. Well,
Early.
I did start doing pottery stuff. We could talk about that if you want.
Welcome to the Hardly Heroes Podcast.
Welcome to Hardly Heroes. I'm your host, Buddy.
I'm Manny.
And I'm show prep.
Well,
All
we
right.
have special edition, episode 29.
Whoa.
Damn.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even our Jehovah's Witnesses
Exactly.
listeners.
Yeah. They get it too, you know?
They don't, actually. They don't get Thanksgiving.
Oh, I love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday.
I know you always say that. I don't. I don't get it.
God. Food, hanging out. You know what I mean? It
I
doesn't
eat
get
food
better.
every day, sometimes 3 times
I know,
a day.
but
Arbor Day for me. That's my favorite.
I love turkey.
Flag Day is a close second.
Yeah, Flag Day is
Flag Day is good.
No, nothing like mashed potatoes, gravy, and turkey.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
You know, you can have
get
turkey year round. It doesn't have to be
You
on
can, yeah.
one
There's something
day.
about Thanksgiving. I don't know what it is.
It's weird.
But
I go to
always
the
look forward
grocery
to it.
store,
Right.
and they have all that stuff year round.
all day, every day.
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm hungry. Love turkey. Sorry.
Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about this before we got started. I want to go on a little rant here of
about-
something that I am not thankful for.
Not Thanksgiving. You're okay with it right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
I
This
hope
year.
this is what I think it is.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple episodes back when we had Brandon on the show,
The goat.
we mentioned how we were trying to get Kanye tickets to the Sacramento show last night, November 29th. November 19th, I'm sorry.
Sounds exciting.
I'm 10
Yeah.
days ahead. Yeah, it does. It would sound exciting, right?
Uh-huh.
So let me kind of rewind this a little bit to kind of give you guys.
Set the stage
Yes,
for the
I like
concert.
that.
Sound.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So I myself am a huge Kanye West fan.
Huge.
Okay.
So you haven't given up on him ever.
Well, up until last night, let's say.
Okay.
All right. So I've been listening to him for a long time. I love what he does with music. With every album that comes out, I understand what he's trying to do. He's giving us something new. No album sounds exactly the same. After every album, I think what can he do next? What is there left to do? And yet he surprises us with each and every album that he releases. His last album he released was The Life of Pablo.
Yep.
And it's slightly gospel. Really good sound, though. I really like it a lot. And his latest tour is based on that album,
The Pablo one.
the Pablo
Okay,
album.
got it.
So they added a Sacramento showing. So I was...
Woo!
Before you get into the show, can I ask you one thing? And I just want to know because I've never asked. What was your first experience to Kanye's music? And like set us up that way so you can kind of...
I like this. This is good.
Well, I
Yeah.
think the first 2 albums that he released were really good. He was doing a lot of stuff with Jay-Z. You know, we all know him from making beats off the Blueprint album, and that's where he really got started. That's where everybody started recognizing
Keeping
him.
Up with the Kardashians. That's where I know him from.
Yeah, later on, I guess he joined that shit. Yeah. But I don't know. I think the thing that stands out for me a lot with Kanye West is that I consider him a true artist, and he is always pushing the limits of what he's trying to do with music And I even think to this point, you can't even pigeonhole him into hip hop anymore or rap. It's something bigger than that. And I just felt like as a musician myself, I've always understood, and I understood what he was just trying to do with his music and how far he's pushing the limits of what you expect out of music.
Well, yeah, it's. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Kanye, but it is something to admire for an artist not to just stay stagnant and just do
Exactly.
one thing. Oh, yes, if you're good at one thing, do it. But if you can change the way you do things and make it better and make it interesting over the years, and not just for his fans, but for him, it breaks the boundaries of what he's doing, and it makes it more fun for him. I'm sure it keeps him going, changing it up and doing different things. But
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Well, you get some of his albums have he's collaborated with people like Daft Punk,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
The Weeknd. You've got Neo out there. You've got Frank Ocean. You have, I said Daft Punk already.
Yep.
Bon Iver. Bon Iver is like a folky guitar, like lo-fi type of artist, and yet he gave us Bon Iver on some songs that were just totally out there, and it fit perfectly. He made it fit perfectly. So, so I've been a big Kanye West fan for quite a long time.
So
And
last night will be
the first
time you've ever seen him live, correct?
The first time.
Awesome. Sounds great.
It does sound
Yeah,
amazing.
so, like,
At the
the
new arena?
At
Yeah.
the new
At the
Golden One Arena.
So
I have
you're-
the first time at the Golden One Arena.
Yep.
Gonna go see Kanye for the first time.
So like, bring us into like you walking in, like the emotion.
I know I'm walking into this show and going, I'm possibly going to see the best live show out there
Oh yeah.
for our generation, right?
Especially
And
in Sacramento.
I'm going to witness
So
this.
far.
And I'm pumped, I'm juiced, and we're walking into this arena. The arena looks pretty nice, actually.
Yeah, I've never been in yet.
I kind of felt like they really stuck with that whole gray theme. I was telling Robin that it kind of feels like a prison in there a little bit.
Okay.
It's very
dig it.
gray. It's very dull tones and a lot of gray.
So you liked it because you always wear dark colors
I'm
and
wearing all
blacks
black
and gray.
right now,
Yeah,
yeah.
no. So
You have a lot of gray.
Yeah,
it fit your depressing mood and attitude.
definitely, yes.
I got you.
Yeah. So no cup holders, by the way.
What?
What?
the-
Fucking weird. No cup holders anywhere.
Oh,
That is
You just
weird.
got to hold your shit. Yeah, that is so weird. And there's about 2 inches of space in front of your knees to walk past anybody. So you have to stand up.
Are you
for somebody.
upper or lower?
I was an upper. Yeah,
Okay.
upper.
that's cool.
Practically nosebleed seats, but
Practically.
you can still see a lot. Yeah,
Okay.
There was a lot to see.
On the screen, I'm sure you got to get. It's just like anything. They have the screen right, and you can see.
Oh yeah.
The closeness.
so,
from the
Yeah,
cameras.
walking in, it's a really cool. It was a really cool stadium. They have some certain parts where they open up curtains and you can actually see the people walking around. And it isn't until the show starts that they lower these curtains and you can no longer see like people purchasing merch out there and walking around.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's really cool. So, so the show's supposed to start at 9:00. We get our seats and we're pretty excited. It's about 9:45 now.
Sure.
Hasn't
Still excited?
started. Still excited.
Still, sometimes this happens with artists.
Yeah.
They take time. I don't know, getting to the venue.
Doesn't always
or
work out. Maybe they have like a bad case of diarrhea.
Taking a
they
few
got
hits from the joint, and he forgets that he
Yeah.
has to go on stage.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
it's
shit,
a
yeah.
thing. It happens.
Yes. So
The wicked shit that happens with me all the time.
Yeah.
so Robin tells me to go get some waters. I'm like, let's get some waters. Yeah. Okay. All
Stay
right. I'll go.
hydrated. Staying hydrated is probably
Key.
a good, just always right at the top of the list. Stay
Definitely.
hydrated, no matter what you're doing.
Especially you're gonna be screaming and hollering
Yeah.
at a concert. You're gonna
Yeah.
be like, I'm parched.
Kanye. You got to bring your A game. It's Kanye.
Ooh, I hate being parched at Kanye concerts.
So at this point, I've got my waters, and it's about almost 10:00 now. It's an hour past when it was supposed to start.
Okay.
So we're getting a little anxious. Everybody's getting a little, you could kind of tell that everybody's kind of fussing.
Maybe something happened. Something bad could have happened.
I sure hope not, yeah.
He could have got tripped on his way to the stage, and he broke his pinky toe. You just never know.
That would suck.
You just never know.
So an hour and a half in, the show finally starts,
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
and you're getting excited. This dude. Everybody's
He's gonna
flipping
spit
out,
out.
right? So you're like, okay, lights come off. Everybody's getting nuts. You start to hear all these sounds. You see, if anybody is not familiar with his show right now, he has a stage that floats over the general admission audience at all times. It's never in one place. It's constantly moving back and forth. So it looks like the stage is crowd surfing the entire time.
Oh, wow.
That's badass.
That's pretty cool.
So music comes on. People are getting nuts. The stage, since it's floating over the audience, there's light, nothing but light coming out from underneath the stage. So it's lighting up the
badass.
general admission audience. And they start going. Songs are coming on. People are getting nuts. I'm telling you, have never felt so much energy at a show. People are moshing under. Whenever the stage was over a group of people, they were going fucking nuts underneath. Like,
That's
I couldn't
badass.
imagine, like, let's say like a metal show doing something like
God.
they would go insane.
So at this point, the hour wait totally nullified.
I don't give a fuck.
You're like, what,
Yeah.
dude,
You're
it's
like, this
awesome.
is
We're
dope.
doing this.
I'm like,
Kanye.
I am about to get one of the best shows on earth, and I cannot wait.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Okay.
nice little surprise. There was somebody up on stage with him, and I'm like, little cut off short shorts,
Ariana Grande.
flannel. There's another black dude.
Not
and
Ariana Grande. Though.
definitely not her. And I'm like, kind of looks like a Kid Cudi or something.
Oh.
So
Kid Cudi's in the house?
I'm listening to the voice.
Oh, I love
the
Kid
voice is
Cudi.
helping him do the chorus to. It's one of the famous, I think. Famous. I made that bitch famous.
Yeah.
Where he's talking shit about Taylor Swift.
Oh, dear.
So I'm like, that is fucking Kid Cudi. I am
Oh,
here
shit.
witnessing Kid Cudi. So
That would have been dope.
quick backstory for anybody who's not familiar with it. Kid Cudi just went to rehab, and he went to rehab for depression, and he was talking shit about Kanye, and he took it all back, and he said he was just in a bad place.
Sure.
Well, after all this happened, at the show, back to the show, Kanye and him hug it out. I swear, for like 3 minutes, you're just sitting there watching them hug it out, and you're like, this is fucking deep, man.
Yeah.
I am fucking witnessing.
So it doesn't get uncomfortable.
No,
Okay,
no,
okay.
man.
Almost
I'm
like some history type shit of like they're squashing it. Like,
yeah, I'm like,
and they'll talk about it like years, later, being like, "Oh, I remember that Sacramento show where
Oh,
we were just
yeah.
like, we're done. Let's be cool."
Hold
and
on
shit.
a second. You don't think that this happens at every show? You think that this
Well,
was genuine for this show?
I turned around and said,
I'm sorry.
I
I'm not.
talked.
I'm
No,
not
no, no.
trying to be.
No,
the,
that's a perfectly good question. Guess because I actually turned around and talked to Robin and said, the way they're hugging, they can't possibly do this every episode. I mean, every show.
Once
episode.
again, they are performers.
Yeah.
They know.
But this looked a little
No,
weird.
no, no.
We're like,
I,
this can't happen, right? This is like, are we getting something special here? And so the stage goes off to the far side and then kind of lets him off. Lets Kanye. Shit.
excuse me. That was my boom.
Fucking
You just
Manny.
boomed.
Let's Kid Cudi off. And then stage gets back up. Starts up another song, Waves. It's another song called Waves. Beautiful song. I love it a lot. It has Chris Brown in it, although he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Could me and you, buddy, after the show, could we hug it out for 3
Yep.
minutes?
I think we should all hug it out.
Hug it
Squash some shit.
I'm sorry. I know this is taking a little
No,
long.
I'm
but we're
fine
almost
with
there.
it. I'm in it.
You
I'm
take
in
your
it.
time, dude.
All right. So they start playing Waves. Waves is such an epic song. The crowd goes nuts. Lights
yeah.
come on. I'm like, oh my God, I am witnessing hip hop history.
Love it.
So excited.
And at this point, you this is the most excited you've been
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
The climax.
It's
Yeah.
the best.
I just I have at least a quarter chub. At
I was
least.
just gonna ask how chubby. Like,
I'm
what
surprised
is
not
the
a
chub
full-on
level?
rager.
No, it was by the end of the night. It would have been a rager.
He's not
Because
telling-
I'm saying you got to see Kid Cudi. That's probably the most jealous part. Because seeing them both together would be really awesome.
Yeah,
to
he's not
see.
telling you. He came just a little bit.
Smidge.
Maybe a
Not a
little
whole
bit.
not a whole thing. But
Thunder amount, just a
just a little
It's
a little.
like the pre.
No.
No.
like a little dribble.
Yeah, a little dribble and then he,
Little dribble.
he
Sucked
Sucked
it back.
it
All
back.
right, let's keep going.
Yeah. You got to hold it.
All
Okay.
right, sorry.
So we're in the middle of an amazing song, and he goes, "Stop."
Pajama
They're like,
time.
stop what?
stop. And he stops everything. And then he goes into one of his fucking rants for 17 minutes. 17
what?
fucking minutes about how fuck the radio. Fuck the radio. He just keeps shouting, fuck the radio. He talks about Beyonce.
This is like
Jay-Z.
sway
Yes.
Kanye.
Okay, so the man who jumped up on stage in front of Taylor Swift to say
Yes.
that Beyonce deserved it.
Sure.
The video award that year or
yes,
whatever.
She won the best. I think it was the best video. And,
Yeah.
And Kanye came up and said, no. Beyonce had the best video of the year. Blah blah blah. And Taylor Swift just sitting there like, okay, what the fuck?
Kanye's being Kanye.
I'm gonna let you
And then he
finish
makes
in a
jokes,
minute.
and then he apologized afterwards and made jokes about it. Pretty much until now, he's been making jokes about it.
Yeah.
This was what 3-4
Right.
years ago, something like that.
Yeah, I think they said 06, 09.
Oh wow, so it's okay.
Yeah, maybe. So he starts to rant. He's talking shit about Beyonce.
Which is not what you do, because I am for sure Beyonce and Jay-Z are the leaders of some type of mob. So whenever you do, they're
Illuminati?
No, not even higher than that.
Oh wow!
So
higher
I
than
am
that.
not going to say
Damn.
anything bad about Jay-Z and or Beyonce because I don't want to get killed. Okay, I don't want to
Kilt.
die.
I don't want to
So
get
they are
kilt.
fantastic people.
You're gonna get a
and
kilt?
I'm gonna get a little man skirt. Yes.
That's funny.
Anyways.
So
He
His-
starts ranting for 17 minutes.
his beef with Beyonce was that I guess she requested that she would not perform on the MTV Music Awards unless she won Video of the Year.
Okay. Well, that's
Over
okay.
Oh, shit.
and Kanye and Drake were up for the award.
Sure.
So he was pissed about that. He was pissed about Drake and DJ Khaled's music being played on the radio too much.
How dare they? It's not their fault. It's
I don't. He does music with them all the time. I don't understand it.
Yeah, why is he hating on
he's
them?
getting on the verge of whiny a little bit.
Oh, I think that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's
I mean-
been fucking crazy for a while.
This is what I don't understand. Look, the radio industry and getting songs played, even if you're big, it's different. Like there's a lot of competition, and you have to have some radio stations don't play the songs that you want.
Yeah.
But nowadays you're gonna hear a song more than twice in an hour. That I don't like. That's why I don't listen to the radio anymore, because what you should do on the radio is play one song at the most every 55 minutes. That's a good run. Out of all the songs we have to play, once every 55 minutes is a good time lapse. I don't want to hear the same song 3 times in an hour. But I kind of understand that when you're trying to get your songs played, it's kind of bullshit how radio works and how they get these songs to be played. But
I agree with you, and I think it's partly to blame on the audience too, where we just keep tuning in to the same old bullshit. I just like, if us as an audience need to take more responsibility on requesting newer things, but we don't. We just want to hear the same fucking shit over and over again.
It's our fault that we request Starboy 18,000 times in a day. I like that song the first time I heard it.
Yeah, right.
I am over that song so much. We do it to ourselves, and it's unfortunate.
So one of the last things that Kanye says is that I guess Jay-Z is not returning any of his calls. So, I mean, but do you fucking blame this dude, Jay-Z? Do you blame him? Like,
He's just crazy, dude.
It's like-
Kanye is just on a whole nother level.
what the fuck is wrong with this? So then he stops talking. He stops talking for about a minute.
So
It's
no
just
songs,
quiet,
no talk,
nothing. We're just
chirp.
sitting there. We're watching. Then he shouts out, "Take me back to the other side." He's asking for them to move the stage all the way to the other side. And he moves it all the way, and you can see it start to tip as if he's getting off. And then on the jumbo screen, you can see that they're fuddling around.
Fuddling?
Fuddling?
What's
fiddling?
Fiddling.
Fuddling. So yeah, fuddling around.
Because he has a harness that holds him on stage, or else he falls and dies.
Darn.
Yeah. And he was like, "Get this off me, I'm out." And then he just drops the mic and then walks out.
40 minutes into the show.
No, well, that would have been 40 minutes if he would have started on time.
Yeah.
No, this was about maybe 30 minutes into the show, 25 minutes.
Into the show, he
Into the-
just walks out
Just
and never
and
comes back.
what-
No,
time-
we're all waiting there. Lights are still out. We're like, I'm not going until these lights come on. And boom, the lights come on.
What time? What time
What
did
was-
you check your Apple Watch? What time was it when he left?
Oh, I don't know, but I have a bunch of video. I could check the
Okay.
video.
So-
I'm sure there's timestamp.
All right, so take me to the point of where he walks off stage. Like, what are you kind of thinking? What's the crowd like?
People are complaining. People are starting
booing.
to chant "fuck Kanye West."
Oh, well, you
I
know.
hear people sitting next to us. I'm here to see music, not hear you rant. Some people are like, "Let's just get out of here. This isn't worth my time." See, there's people starting to walk down, and this is while he's ranting. That people are starting to walk out, and then it wasn't until then everybody's sitting there waiting for the lights to come on, and sure enough, they all come on. And I'm looking at, because the stage setup was so crazy, they have like these controllers, these guys that are up on the racks,
Yeah.
on the stage equipment, controlling all this stuff, and we're watching them, and they're still sitting in their seats.
Oh,
and finally,
dear.
they start to wrap up all their stuff, and I'm like, it's done. We're out of here.
So, have you ever been to a concert? Not that somebody left like Kanye, but that somebody stops the show and goes on like a political rant. Have you ever done that? Have you ever seen that?
My taste in music, I've never really liked political music with political.
That's why
But
we
not
don't
even-
do it on this show.
Well, not even
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
It's, that happens a lot now. Even if their music isn't political or blah blah blah, they'll stop the show and go on a rant.
But see,
Then this just started happening about 10 years ago.
that bugs me because, to our listeners, and something that is a big part of our show is we do this to escape all the bullshit that's going on. We want you to have fun, have some laughs, chuckle.
Yeah.
You have enough of that crap and you have enough of responsibilities and shit you got going on in your life that it's nice to just sit back and enjoy something and fucking laugh. And that's why on this show we never get into stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's
exactly.
one of the last concerts I saw, and I like the band, and I'm not going to say who it is, but I like their albums, and I saw them in concert, and they did this. They went on a rant about whatever politics were going on at the time for like 20 minutes, and
Who
then they
was
kept
it?
playing. Maybe it was like 12. It was Green Day. But
Oh,
I was,
okay.
I was like
I
8.
could see that.
I was
though.
18. And I was like, I don't ever want to see them in concert again. Like, because I feel like this is what they were. And I don't like that. If I have to just not go to a concert to not see that, that's what I'm going to do. Like, I don't want to, and it doesn't have to be political. Any type of rant. Your fans are going to see your concert to hear live music, not to hear you bitch, moan, and complain. They're here to see you.
Yep.
Do what you do. Yes, you're a performer. That's what you do. You don't have that stage to do some satire or talk about your life. Maybe you talk about your life in song, but not go on a rant.
In song.
That-
Damn it.
It makes me mad that this is where we go.
Well, who the fuck does he think he is? It's like all these people have paid to watch. They're there to see his art, his
He
create.
played what, 2 songs?
2 songs. It's like I don't know. So the last thing I just want to say before we can move on here is that being a huge Kanye West fan and somebody who loves music and appreciates what he's trying to do.
Sure.
I was just extremely disappointed with what he did to all his fans, and it makes it really difficult for somebody like me to like somebody like that, and to continue to be a fan. But I know that he'll probably never hear this, but I am truly disappointed with what he did to his fans, and it's just, I don't think it's right. And for him to think that he can do something like that he's something more than just he's writing fucking music. He's not changing the fucking world.
And that's the thing is, he thinks he's doing more than that. He thinks, I've heard him in interviews, and I've heard him talk just about life and about music and about him. And yeah, I'm not a huge fan of his music, but he thinks he is larger than life. He thinks he deserves the respect without earning it. And I don't appreciate that. And I haven't seen anything about an apology yet. But
Of course not. We won't.
We're gonna get it. I'm sure you're gonna get an apology on Twitter or something.
I
but
better
it's not,
damn sure get my fucking refund.
It's
That's
not
for
gonna
damn
be
sure.
genuine, and it's gonna be because somebody in his PR, whatever,
Right.
told him to do it.
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate because it's not genuine, and and we live in an age of, I have to apologize for something, let me put it on Twitter. It's just bullshit. It's just so garbage, and I hate that we live in this era of, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. Not just Kanye, I'm gonna do whatever I want, and then if
Just
somebody doesn't
apologize
like
for
it, tweet it out an apology,
Yeah.
and then just that's the end of it.
So you're still gonna support him after this, or?
It's really difficult because I want to set that aside because as a fan, I think if I don't listen to his music, I am genuinely depriving myself of things that make me happy. And his music,
Sure.
I enjoy his music, and they make me happy to listen to them. I can listen to his music all day long, but it's just, as a fan, I'm just disappointed. True blue fan. I felt like I've stuck through a lot of the shit he's done. You know that rant with Sway a few years back. That interview he did with Sway was disappointing. It's like, you see somebody like Sway. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I listened to his show for a few years, and you don't really get that guy is a bad guy, is a bad dude, and to just react
It
to
seems like
somebody
he's all
like
about
that.
the scene, and
There's just somebody. Yeah, there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with Kanye.
And I know if it was me, if I was that, because I can tell you're a big fan of just his
Yes.
music, I would never go to another concert. I just wouldn't do it.
It would be tough.
It wouldn't be worth it to me to go to another concert. I'd probably still listen to the music because the music hasn't changed.
Yeah.
The old stuff is still the old stuff that I like, blah, 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 but never would I go back to another show.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would, unless for some freak reason he was like, he
You can
came out
guarantee-
to apologize specifically to Sacramento,
Or he
specifically
comes
to
to
his
your
fans.
house,
Oh, that, and then I'd
gives
try to
you
put
a
him
hug,
on the podcast.
gives you a hug, and gives you a hundo, and then he goes, "Please just come back to my show."
shit.
I'd be
He
like,
wouldn't
okay,
even need
Kanye.
that. If he came to his house, man, he'd flip his shit.
Hold on,
He'd be
if-
like, whatever. I
So
don't give
let's
a shit.
let's say
I
Kanye came to your house, right? Said, "I'm sorry for the concert that I left." Gave you your refund in person, kicked you in the nuts. Then would you be okay?
Why does he have to fucking kick me in the nuts?
I'm asking that this is a hypothetical.
No, I don't want to get kicked in the nuts.
Sorry, Buddy said even if he just came to the house, no matter what, you'd be happy. And I just was giving an example.
Can I wear a cup?
No,
Okay.
a Dixie
Man,
cup, a Dixie cup.
You hear the crunch. It's all crunch.
Oh dear, and that's
So-
not even the cup. That's the balls.
All right, fuck this fool.
Yeah,
Let's
okay, so
move
that's
on.
it. I don't want to spend this entire
You just
episode
spent
on
more
somebody.
time talking about him than he actually spent doing his concert.
Yep,
No.
that's exactly. Yeah, that was about as long as what his concert was.
Oh
so
dear.
All right, so now that we've got all the negativity out of the way,
Yeah, let's
even though we have
get
no
into
show
the fun
prep,
shit.
yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
So what do we have to talk about? We've got Thanksgiving plans, right?
Oh yeah, I'm going to
Oh, buddy.
L.A., Anaheim. Gonna go visit my family for Thanksgiving.
Go to Disneyland?
No, I'll be close to Disneyland. I could watch the fireworks from my grandparents' house.
Can you get me tickets to Disneyland?
No,
Why? People that live next to Disneyland don't just get free tickets.
No, but they get tickets on discount.
yeah, but you have to show your ID.
I
when
know.
get
You have
there.
to prove residence and blah blah blah.
It's like the West Sac Rec Center.
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
What does that mean?
Hey, he's trying to, be relevant.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Are you staying in town, Manny?
I am staying in town. We're gonna try to do something new. I convinced my parents to
Thanksgiving paintball session.
go. Not quite.
Oh.
We're gonna go out to Thanksgiving to eat. So we're not gonna cook anything. We're just
Oh,
gonna go to
nice.
a restaurant.
Hometown buffet.
Hell
Ugh,
no. That
gross.
sounds fucking disgusting.
Sorry. I was saying that to a guy who lived about a mile away from a hometown buffet as a kid. I would imagine Buddy just loves it.
Gross.
What
I
do you-
maybe ate there once or twice in my life.
Oh, I've been there, but it's
Oh, yeah,
not.
me too.
Yeah.
Everything tastes the same, bland
yeah.
and
The
shitty.
mashed potatoes taste like the tri-tip, tastes like the shrimp,
Yeah.
tastes like the bread.
It's because it's for old people.
Yeah.
You ever go on a cruise?
yeah.
All the food is bland as fuck.
Fuck yeah, it's gross
Yeah.
as shit.
Oh well.
Oh, Aaron, you're.
Well, so yeah, I'm staying in town. I'm probably going to my parents, which is down in the boons.
In the
In the
boondocks.
boons.
Is that Galt?
No, right before Galt.
Oh,
It's-
Hood.
Hood.
Yeah, right in the hood.
Rocking that hood, Frank.
That's
Hood
where I live.
Franklin.
But last night I went to my
Kanye?
My girlfriend's family did a week early thing, an early Thanksgiving. They did it yesterday because somebody was going out of town and blah, blah, blah. So we did that and it was fun. They played this game I want to talk about there. You get cards. It's like charades. And you have to say what's on the card to your partner, but you have this mouthpiece in that looks like you're at the dentist. Okay. So it opens up your mouth like this, and you can't say M's and B's and P's, and you have to say the word that's on say the phrase that's on the card with this thing in your mouth, and they have to try to guess what you're saying. So imagine trying to say boob, but you can't say and it's the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Yeah,
fucking game I've
it
ever
is.
It
Was so.
They are running out of ideas for board games.
That's what I was about to say. Mo, is this what it's come to?
No, we need to get this game and play it on the show. Like, I want to play this on the show so bad.
Can't imagine what they're going to come up with next. Okay, you got to take this thing.
Yes.
You got to shove it up your butt, and you have to try to say these words while holding it in. Like, what is it? Yeah,
Your
there
vape,
you go.
Your vape juice.
My vape plug.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Ghost dildo.
Yeah.
My ghost dough.
Yeah.
All right. So I had something that I wanted to talk to you guys about was, did any of you guys see the Beauty and the Beast trailer?
Yes.
I did see it.
I'm excited.
You don't seem very excited about it.
It seemed way too CGI. I don't know. I was having a little trouble with the kind of look of the movie. And
did you just not like the Beast, or did you not like everything, like the candle and the clock and the teacup? The only one I didn't like was the mom teacup, was the tea kettle, I guess.
Yeah.
Her face on the tea kettle didn't look that great, but everything else, I felt like it was good for what they're trying to do. You're really not going to like when they do Little Mermaid, because that has to all be mostly CGI.
I just feel like Little Mermaid will be a little easier to accept because they're underwater and it's just stuff that we don't see normally.
Did you not like Jungle Book? Did you see Jungle Book?
I liked everything except for the kid.
So you liked every CGI?
Yeah.
Because everything in that
good.
movie, I saw the making of, and it was just this little boy around green. The whole thing. John Favreau did an amazing job.
Well, here's the thing, is that I looked at the Beast's face, and it looked to me too difficult to... it didn't look real to me. The first thing that comes to my mind is Spike Jonze's Where the Wild Things Are, and how they took those costumes and they really made them, and people are wearing them, and the only CGI parts are the eyes and the mouth and the slight movements, and of course getting rid of like the seams and stuff.
Yeah.
But I liked how realistic that looked. It looked like they were there in the same room, where you look at the Beast's face and it just looks like a cartoon kind of.
No, that is one thing I remember. I did like a lot of that trailer, but the Beast did look a little funny. Like, I loved the cartoon Beast. Like, in the movie, looked good. Like, it looked like a cool character in that movie. But his head almost looked too small, if that makes sense. Like,
in the cartoon?
No, in the movie, in the trailer, it looked too small for the body. I don't know. Maybe I am nitpicking, but it did look I can feel it did look a little weird.
What about you?
I don't know. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give it a shot, definitely. I mean, I've watched all the other ones so far, and I've been pretty impressed with most of them.
Cinderella was
What's
awesome.
the one guy?
Cinderella was good.
Yeah.
Garcon?
Yeah.
Gaston. Like, he looked badass. Like,
Luke Evans, I think. Yeah, Luke Evans, I think.
I'm excited for his whole song and his whole part.
I am Gaston.
I do like that they're taking it straight from the Disney movie.
Did you see the side-by-side where it's the actual trailer of the live action and the cartoon?
He's not on Facebook. He wouldn't saw that.
It was fucking legit. Like, it was frame for frame, the exact same preview.
We'll show him after the show. It's there's like the wolf attack in it looks like they're going to do that exact thing. The Gaston, looks like they're going to do the exact same premise from the animated movie into the live action.
But it's crazy that Disney can pretty much rehash the exact same movies, just live action now. They're just like, hey, let's remake a fuck ton of money, because we know everybody loves these movies, and they'll just rewatch them.
I do think that's kind of interesting that nobody's come out to say they're just making the same movie.
Identical.
Yeah.
The only one that isn't identical, which I liked, was Maleficent.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
Really good. But it wasn't, it was like a retelling.
You didn't like it?
Fuck no.
I love that one. Yeah. I like that they retold it kind of in a different way. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a spin on the
But I don't think I ever liked the original. I was just like,
Sleeping Beauty.
See, I I liked all the animated movies when I was a kid.
See,
but
like Peter Pan, I love the original Peter Pan.
Yes.
Jungle Book, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast. I'll even say it. Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
I used to
yeah.
watch that with my sisters
so
like that.
are you excited? Because
Lion King.
they're making Mulan.
No.
I've never seen Mulan.
Oh, make a man out of you. You know what I'm
course.
saying? Like,
Is that a Phil Collins song?
Mulan. Yeah. No. What? No, it's Mulan. Doom doom boom boom gaga doom doom. You know.
But I can't believe they're going to do a Lion King.
And Aladdin. They're gonna do Aladdin too.
Aladdin will be...
Aladdin's going to be dope.
I
yeah.
think
I
Aladdin
hope-
will be fun, but it sucks you're not going to have Robin Williams.
Well,
He's
you're
still
yeah,
dead,
that's
by
going to
the
be
way.
yeah. Those are going to be some pretty big
Set 'em
shoes
up
to
on
fill. But who's doing Aladdin? What Guy Ritchie?
Yeah.
That's going to be an interesting.
I like Guy Ritchie. He's not bad.
Yeah, he's good, but what do we see him? He's usually got like kind of those action packed
But
like.
I mean, look at Jon Favreau. You know, he did Jungle Book, but before that, he didn't do anything like the Jungle Book.
No, but you have Iron Man. You have
Granted, Jon Favreau is just an amazing director.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, no, it's just crazy to me seeing... I mean, it seems like Disney can't do any wrong. They're just pumping all this stuff out, and they got Star Wars,
Yeah,
and
they
they
got-
got Marvel.
We say that, but they have had some shitters.
like what?
The one with Johnny Depp, it was like
Alice in Wonderland?
no, it started with an M. He played this like detective with the mustache.
Oh, I didn't even. no.
That one
I
did
know what you're talking
horrible.
about.
There was one, John Carter, the one where he goes back in time.
Oh, yeah. That's
You know what
with
Ghost
Riggins,
or
with
something on
Riggins.
Mars.
Riggins.
John Carter of
John
Mars.
Carter, yeah. And that was horrible, but that was also a Disney. So there are little bits, but yes, overall, Disney does really wonderful
You know
things.
what movie I was actually pleasantly surprised I actually like was
Cars.
Tomorrowland.
I've never seen it.
I was disappointed with that one because you get this amazing world that they show you, but you never actually got it. It was like it existed,
Little
and
glimpses or
yeah,
whatever?
at one point in time, it was an amazing town, the city.
Oh, sure.
But what the movie gave you was what was left, and that
Yeah.
kind of disappointed me a little
It
bit.
was just that world. I was like, God, I
Yeah,
would love
I
to live in
agree.
something like that.
When Age of Ultron came out, I was in Seattle, and Robin and I went to the IMAX in Seattle to go watch like a 10:30 showing of
Age of
Ultron,
Ultron.
and they showed a 15-minute clip of the movie, over the part of the movie where George Clooney is not letting the little girl in the house, and then those robots show up.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, man, this movie is going to be insane. That looked cool.
Yeah,
It
all
really
the trailers
sucked me
for
in.
Tomorrowland looked amazing,
Yeah.
but everything I heard was it was mediocre at best.
I think what caught me up is just imagining a world like that, because that's like we talked about with Westworld. If there was a world that you could go to like that, sign me up. I'd give my life
Definitely.
savings
Oh, yeah.
to do something like that.
Yeah,
So
that would be
it's
cool.
it is exciting to see what Disney is doing. I don't know, man.
You
I
always
like
talk
I do
about
want
Disney, I feel
Mulan.
like.
I want Mulan, and I want Aladdin really bad. But Lion King, I think didn't they say Jon Favreau's going to do Lion King? I think they did. I'm almost positive they did.
I wonder which one will be the biggest, because Lion King was huge.
Oh, yeah.
Same with Aladdin, but I feel more people go towards Lion King than they do Aladdin.
Because if they do Lion King with Jon Favreau, because it's going to be all animated, it's just going to be like Jungle Book, and I think Jon Favreau has proved he can do that with the Jungle Book. Do these animals, talking, and it's all CGI, and it would be really cool if he did that. And he just made, because we all love Lion. It was around the time we were all kids, and it would be good. So.
I'm looking forward to Lion King because there's not going to be a fucking kid in it.
Do you think they would? Do you think they would bring back JTT to play Simba?
Is he still alive?
Yes, Jonathan
Yeah.
Taylor Thomas
Yeah,
is still
still
I know
alive.
there's some rumors out there.
Yeah, it's it's whatever.
He's a bit old too.
He's like 36,
Yeah,
I think,
to play Simba.
35,
I'm
36.
Simba.
I'm a young Simba.
Hakuna Matata, Simba. Whatever, dude. Let's go. Let's go smoke a joint or something.
Somebody posted something on Facebook where it was like, you ever realize now that you're an adult, Hakuna Matata means I don't really give a fuck
Yeah.
as an adult? And I was like, that's pretty funny.
That's
Hakuna
I've given
Matata,
up
yo.
on my life, yeah. Who gives a shit? I'm just going to give up for the rest of my life and coast.
All right.
funny.
I thought it was pretty funny, but No, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I did just watch BVS today.
You watch it again? All
This
right.
morning when I woke up.
I was gonna be like, okay, you went to the gym.
Yep.
You worked out,
And then you came here.
and then you watched a 3-hour movie. When
Well,
did all that
not
happen?
all the way goddamn
Buddy,
through.
he's
all
not
right?
telling you, but Buddy woke up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, no, I woke up at 4:30.
Jesus Christ.
I know. I get up early. It's
What are you
fucking
doing
weird.
with your life?
Well, I usually get up at 4:30 to go to the gym every day. So let me set the fucking tone and tell my goddamn story. So I get up and I'm like, God, I want to watch a movie. And I was almost thinking about watching John Wick because what you've been telling me about it.
I need to watch that too.
But I saw BVS and a guy that I know, Clayton, you motherfucker.
Clayton-
Yeah, I'm throwing you out on blast.
Clayton Manning?
No.
Oh.
He listens to the show. So me and him were talking, and somehow BVS came up, and he was talking all this shit about it. He's like, such a shitty movie, and da-da-da. I went to go rewatch it. I fucking like that movie. Fuck all the haters that hate that shit.
I enjoy it. I
think
enjoy
it
it
was
more
fucking-
every time I watch it too.
Yeah, Batman, Ben Affleck as Batman has just got me
like
so interested. And what else I caught myself kind of in this was I am so fucking intrigued, and I hope they kind of touch on what the fuck happened to Wayne Manor. Like, I keep thinking
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. It throws me off because it's all fucked up, and something's obviously happened to it. I kind of hope that the Joker did something, and they're going to go into depth about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't read any theories or anything on that.
And when he's sitting in, I don't know why, but this part stuck out the most, is where he's in the house and he talks about the first generation of Waynes were hunters. I don't know why that stuck with me. And I was like, dude, that
Yeah.
is fucking badass.
throwing
Because they've
out little-
never done that to show, because everybody thinks of Batman as, his family were like this portrait family and
So you're
they
thinking
were
of
helping
like
everybody.
old settler Waynes,
Yeah,
like in
just-
the Wild West.
And that's where he kind of gets it from and being like, no, I'm going to,
do you
be a
think
hunter.
because there was a lot of a mixed bag of people liking Jared Leto and people not liking Jared Leto? Do you think they're going to bring back Jared Leto as Joker for Batman, for any of the Batman movies?
I think they have to.
They really do.
I hope so. I just don't want to see a bunch of actor changes for the same character.
I didn't
I'm
mind
done
him.
with that.
Like-
I thought he was good. It was a different take than they've ever done with Joker, and that's what I think got me most excited. Is everybody's like, Heath Ledger's the best Joker. I'm like, yeah, he did an amazing Joker
Sure.
for what it was, but there's been so many different Jokers over time that's like, why do we have to do the same one? Like, I like that swag that he's got,
Yeah.
and the slick back hair and that purple jacket, that kind of almost, I guess,
Pimp status.
Yeah, that pimp status, that new age kind of look. I thought that was cool and different, and all the tattoos
Yeah.
and like where he covers his mouth and he's got the smile. It's weird. It's
And
different.
I think we talked about it. I liked him as the Joker, Jared Leto. I wasn't a big fan of his voice because he was like, I could tell Jared Leto was trying something different for the Joker's voice, and I appreciate him trying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Him trying to go somewhere that hasn't been gone. That was my only concern about the Joker. I did like the way he composed himself and the way he acted and just everything surrounding the feeling of Joker in that movie was great. The little bit that we saw of him, I did like. So I do hope they bring him back.
And I'm most excited. We've never seen this in a live action movie, but the Joker and Harley Quinn and how they play off of each other and how they play Batman, I'm really excited, and I hope they kind of really show that, because in the comics and in the show, that was huge. Like, that was really fun to watch.
Well, we're getting Suicide Squad on Blu-ray DVD December 5th. It's out now, digital release. You can download it if you want to, with deleted scenes. It's going to have deleted scenes so it's going to have an extended cut. Yep. I saw one scene the other day.
Yeah, a little more Joker in there.
A little more Joker. So I was watching a scene the other day where a deleted scene where Joker's in that fuchsia Lamborghini,
yeah.
and Harley Quinn pulls up right next to him on a bike, trying to get him to stop, and she blows past him.
Wait, like a bicycle?
Yeah, a motorcycle.
Oh, a motorcycle, not a bicycle.
She blows past him, turns a hard right, so that the bike starts skidding against the ground. She jumps up off the bike and stands on the side of the bike as it's sliding in front of the
shit.
Lamborghini, and it just stops like that, and she just stands right in front of the Lamborghini as he
Approaches her.
approaches her, and then hits the
dear.
brakes just before it hits her. And,
See, like stuff like that in the comics, they used to just always play off each other, and it was fun to watch. And that's what I think I'm most excited about is them, like in the Suicide Squad, where it shows her jumping in, and then he jumps in right after. That whole kind of artistic feel and everything. I don't know. I love that part. That's one of my favorite parts in the whole movie.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, I am excited for like because Marvel has some cool stuff, and they always have cool stuff coming out. But the future of what DC is coming out with is very promising because we got a solo Batman movie, we have new Suicide Squad. I just looked up Harley Quinn movie, which is gonna have Harley Quinn, Batgirl, Birds of Prey, and I think
is that like confirmed?
Yeah, that's confirmed.
Oh wow,
nice.
So I'm excited for the Harley Quinn movie.
Flash is getting his own movie.
Well, hopefully. I mean, they just lost their third director, but everybody's still excited for it. Ezra Miller's still really wanting to do it. So
is it the third? They
lost their third. Yeah,
their third already.
Yeah, they had one, and then they lost their second, and then they had a third, and it was Fast and Furious guy, or was that the first one? They had some guy, and he just noped out about a week ago.
Yeah,
but Ezra Miller's still in on the Flash. I want to see it. Like I want to see that Flash.
That's
movie.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited. I don't know. I was just rewatching. I was like, God damn it!
I do want to watch Suicide Squad again. I haven't seen that since the theater.
And spoiler alert, can't wait for fucking Superman to come back. It's gonna be badass. Dude.
Is he gonna have his long flowing locks?
I think so.
I wonder if he is gonna do that. But the one thing I'm just ready for is him to be Superman, not to be conflicted. Just being like, hey, this is who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
I'm so excited because I think Henry Cavill could be great as Superman. Not saying he's not good now, but
I love Superman. I have Superman tattoo on my body. I love the Flash. Got that right there. I got a little baby Flash right here. Pop Flash. Right here on the table. It's sad when I've brought this up before that I'm way more excited about everything else in Justice League other than Superman. BVS did not care at all about Superman. I liked Batman. I liked Wonder Woman. I could give a shit about Superman because I don't feel like he's portraying Superman in a great way. Like I know they're going with the darker tone, and hopefully it kind of turns around and it is awesome in Justice League. But I don't have my hopes up.
There is a series of Superman comic books out there that show him in a more conflicting attitude and kind of more melancholy.
Yeah.
But so it's not like we've never seen that Superman before. That's just not the Superman that we normally know.
So hopefully, because Superman dies and then he comes back, and spoiler alert, blah blah blah. So hopefully we get to see that a change in the attitude, because Henry Cavill can do it. He's a Cavill, whatever. He can do it. He's an actor. I've seen him do other things. He's not bad. So hopefully the attitude of Superman will switch in Justice League. We'll have to see.
oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Are you excited for a Wonder Woman movie?
Yeah, still excited.
I'm getting there. Hoping they do it right, even though I've heard some bad things. But we'll have to see.
So this being our Thanksgiving episode, even though we're more complaining about shit than anything else.
Yeah, it's okay.
Do we have anything we're thankful for? You guys want to go around and be?
I'm thankful for this doing this podcast. This podcast is a huge part of my life. I didn't realize when I first started doing it how much it would kind of be such a big part. I kind of feel like I get to come in every week, hang out with my buddies, and get shit off my chest and kind of give you guys our insight plus new information about the show. That's why we're always asking for your feedback and asking what you think, because this is something, we're learning every day, trying new stuff, and, it's all in fun and all the shit we do, but it is kind of blows my mind when I think that we've done 28 episodes. It kind of flew by. And
29.
This is 29.
29.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We've done 28. We're in the middle of 29. But just saying, how much you kind of get caught up in being like, God, it's crazy. It just kind of happens. And I get a lot of people that are like, man, how's the podcast going? And I feel it gets better every day. So that's something I'm super thankful for. And I'm glad you guys show up every week and doing good.
Kind of have to.
Yeah.
I don't want you
Or
guys.
I'd kill all of
I don't
you.
want you guys to miss me and me miss a show. And then you guys are all sad when I'm not here, and it's gonna be bad. And then you call me like, "I'm sorry, Aaron, I miss you so much. Why didn't you come to the show? And we couldn't talk about the things that we wanted to talk about." You know, I don't want that.
Nobody does.
Nobody does. I don't want you to whine at me over the phone.
I like to.
Well, I definitely agree with you, buddy. I have to tell you guys that when we first started this show, I really didn't know what direction we were going to take with it. It
Sure.
was totally outside my comfort zone and wasn't what people normally expect from me to do something like this. So I am thankful for you guys to do this with me as well, and helping me push myself harder and to push myself out of the box and to push myself into a challenging place and a more uncomfortable place, which even Robin has said that she can tell that it's made me a better person.
That's his wife, by the way.
And yes. And, I'm thankful for you guys giving me the opportunity to do this with you guys and to be there as a perfectionist. I think sometimes I don't allow myself to do enough, and I hold myself back because I continue to think that it's not good enough. And with you guys here, it's kind of like now or never. So I'm very appreciative and very thankful to do this with you guys as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, yeah, you guys said pretty much the same thing. I mean, it's reiterating the same thing that I've always felt about this show.
You're living a life dream right now. You
I
always
am.
wanted to have a radio show, and here you go.
I am. It was funny. I talked to one of my friends the other day, and he said he was asking me, "Well, why do you? What is it? What is an older guy? What is a podcast? And what do you do? Why do you do it? What is it?" And I told him, I was like, "Well, a simple answer is it's a radio show that isn't live on the internet. That I've been wanting to do it since I was 10, and it's just it's something that's cool because it's something we do every day, and it puts in it. I like routine, and it keeps me on track, and this is something that helps even with my stupid memory. It helps me remember things and go to articles and read things and remember, I'm doing this one thing on a Thursday every week, and it is something I've wanted to do for a very long time. But and on the other hand, I really like our fans are awesome. When I talk to people about it who've heard it, right when I hear them, even if they talk about an old episode, they want to talk to me about what we've talked about and what my thoughts are on certain things. And it's cool to think that we have fans. And before we started
weird.
this,
That is funny you said that. I get a lot of people being like, how the hell did you take that stand and not do this and not do that? It is, I guess it's crazy in that aspect. You say that. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, people always have something to say about an episode. Yeah. And I think that's funny.
But it's cool, man. I think we had a conversation before we did the podcast, and you asked me, well, what do you want out of this? And I said, I just want at least one person to listen, and that would be cool. But we have a lot more than one, not a huge amount, but we have constant listeners that come and download our show every week. And I think that's really cool. And we're bringing, yes, we play around and we have fun and we joke, but we're bringing people news. Like that's what we're doing. We do bullshit and go off on tangents and whatever and entertain a little bit. But some people listen to the show and get news that they don't get anywhere else. They get opinions and different things they don't get anywhere else. So it's fun to think that we're doing that for at least one person. But I don't know. It's always fun and I hope that this goes on for a while. So
I still feel like it's just us three in here. It doesn't really feel like there's people out there listening.
It is
to us.
just us three in here. Barry Allen is right here.
Yes, there he is. Little Funko.
Yeah, it is
Little
crazy
Funko.
to think.
Little Funko.
But yeah. So
That's a good show.
it was a good show for improv. We had nothing
Not a thing.
I didn't have shit planned.
prepared.
Way to go.
Not too bad.
Thanks, Kanye.
Yeah, thanks Kanye for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, you filled this up.
You
quite
goddamn
nice.
asshole.
Well, where can they find us, Manny?
Oh dear.
They could find us on On Instagram
Yeah.
at Hardly Heroes.
Whoa.
They could find us on Facebook at Hardly Heroes.
Yep.
They could find us on Twitter at Hardly Heroes.
One.
Heyo.
And they can email us.
You took my line, by the way, buddy.
I know.
Well, I was waiting for you. I was going to do it at the same
I
time.
was going to do the Ryan Seacrest and like, and your American Idol winner is. And just a long pause. That's what I was going to do.
It's just like
Oh.
forever.
One, but anyways, and what's our email?
Our email is hardlyheroes@gmail.com. Please email us with maybe topics you want us to discuss,
What you did on Thanksgiving.
your top 5 of anything we've ever done.
Not too lengthy, though.
Yeah, let's kind of keep it. We're trying to fit it all into an hour. So,
ish.
Yeah.
but please email us.
Ishmael.
Ishmael?
All right.
Ishmael.
All right.
But don't forget to leave us an iTunes review and tell your friends about us and tell them to listen.
Tell your mom. I don't care. Tell everybody.
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 Everybody in the club getting tipsy?
Everybody in the club listen to Hardly Here. It doesn't roll off
Yeah.
the tongue
Yeah.
as well. No.
Well, have a good gobble gobble day.
Oh, dear.
See ya.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving and fuck Kanye.
Yeah.